We are in Botswana right now. To be precise, we're on the outskirts of Gaborone. Oh, well, that's about as precise as I'll go. Um, and we are completely off grid at a farm belonging to my parents-in-law, Ellendale. And yeah, as you can see, we've got our electric aura right there. And then, yeah, there's a solar system, a massive solar system on this off-grid farm, uh, and there's a dog, a couple of them actually. But yeah, we're actually charging already, and this video is just going to be about what it's like to use an off-grid system for charging an electric car. We're about to go on another one of our long distance journeys. This one is going to be a bit of an off-grid excursion. We're going to travel from Pretoria on the N4 to Botswana. Just outside Gaborone, we're going to go to my parents-in-law's farm. It's completely off-grid. It's got a solar system and a backup diesel generator just for in case. So that's going to be our destination charging. And on the way, we're going to stop at a DC fast charger in Rustenburg. So yeah, let's hope everything goes well. It's the only DC charger along the way. Otherwise, we have to take a bit of a detour to Mafeking. But hopefully that won't be necessary. It's about 1:15 now here in Pretoria. And yeah, let's set off. We're still not charging. It's about 20 minutes past 4 now. I think it's about an hour and a half since we arrived, just a little bit less probably. But we didn't have our GridCross card with us, but the machine showed us online, so I expected it wouldn't be an issue. But when we got here, plugged in, tried to start it remotely, wouldn't work. Contacted GridCross support. They tried to activate it remotely, didn't show up. Next thing I know, the unit is showing offline on the website. Now, if you have a card, that's normally not a problem. But anyway, that was my mistake. Because we're still not charging. This is the only DC fast charger in Rustenburg, on the way for that matter. Only other chargers around are two 22 kilowatt AC locations.
and the problem with those is we can only charge at 11 kilowatts with the Aura, so it would take 3 to 4 hours to get the charge we need. We're on about 46% battery at the moment. And yeah, the other problem is Gridcars have been struggling to get a hold of the support team. I see my phone's almost dead, so the frame rate's stuttering as well. They can't get all of the contact center management. I had to run to get to them, and the guy is not very happy to assist, so fun. But he's going to reset the breaker now, and we're going to see if that does anything, and if we can actually get charging. It's just much more worth it struggling here with the DC for a while than it is to plug in at AC at the speeds we're going to get. So yeah, waiting for that breaker to be switched off and on again. Yeah, shame. Fortunately, my supporting casts are very, very patient and have ordered me some lovely food while they've been waiting for nearly 2 hours. Okay, we entered when it was still light. Luckily, there's still some light. It's 3 hours since we arrived. A 2 hour delay in getting starting to charge, and we charged for almost exactly an hour. I think the car should be on or about 100%. Let me put down my coffee here in the other hand. So 94%. Okay, yeah, that's more than enough, I think, for us to get to where we need to go. But yeah, what a story. Anyway, we're just glad that it's over and we can now hit the road. We are 100% charged now. Yes, I was a bit angsty, so we decided to wait for the full 100%, and now we're gonna hit the road again. We got about 276 kilometers ahead of us. Let's see how it goes. We've made it to the border at Kopfontein. Quickly into passport control, and yeah, heading back to the car to go through to the Botswana side. It is about I think 9 o'clock, around 9ish. So yeah, not bad progress after the charging hang up, and I'll check the percentage on the battery now. 31% battery at the border, so not too shabby. 18.1 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers, and we drove around 105 kilometers per hour on the cruise control, sometimes 110, 115.
So we're at the farm. We arrived at about 10:30 or 10:45, quarter to 11, thereabouts. So it's a 9.5 hour trip on 400 kilometers, crossing a border. Added about an hour to that time, and the charging issues we had in Rustenburg, primarily due to center management, added another 2 hours. So it's been a long and exhausting road. You see, clearly I am very exhausted because I can't say the word exhausting. But we're going to get some sleep now, and looking forward to a great weekend. Not going to plug in yet. We're going to charge tomorrow. The car's on 18% battery, but we'll charge when the solar is available, and then if necessary we'll tap into the generator at night. But yeah, that's something for tomorrow and maybe for Sunday. All right, time to go to bed after a late evening meal, of course. Good morning from Ellendale Farm, on the outskirts of Gaborone in Botswana. It's about 8:15 on a partly cloudy morning. This is Jan. He's a black burble, and one of the many dogs here on the farm. Really lovely creatures, always. There he goes. But yeah, it's 8:15. We haven't plugged in yet. We're gonna plug in the car in a bit, on this fully off-grid system. We shouldn't have any problems. As you can see, there's quite a lot of panels. I believe there's 25, not all of them working at the moment. I'll get the precise numbers a bit later. But yeah, looks to be a lovely day. So here we have the two inverters, Mesa 5 kilowatt off-grid inverters. I believe they're rebranded Experts. And yeah, so they provide a maximum of 10 kilowatt to the farm. And then down here, the two batteries with a combined 10 kilowatt hour capacity. You can see they're at around 52 volts, so both close to fully charged. So yeah, the house, this is early in the morning already. House doesn't use that much power overnight, especially in the winter. The freezers and refrigerators are not pulling that much power with the cooler temps. So yeah, we can plug in. The portable charger we're going to be using is the Zencar model. Yeah, quite a popular brand in South Africa, among the early EV adopters. Yeah, let's plug in. Fortunately, where we're parked, workshop is just here, and we've got a plug around the corner. So let's go. Okay, we are plugged in. I'm going to check in the car now if we are charging. I have preemptively set the current at 6 amps, just to be careful. At the moment it's pulling 5.6 amps, it says 5.5 amps, running for a few seconds, and it does look like it's working. Voltage seems to be normal, only pulling 1.26 kilowatts. It's pretty cool that you can see how much power you're pulling exactly. Very, very useful. That's good. The amp shown there is actually what's going into the battery relative to the battery's voltage. So yeah, you multiply that by 400 volts or so, and you get your actual kilowatts that you're pulling at the moment. Definitely going to push up those amps to a bit higher so that we don't have to spend the entire weekend charging. We don't have the entire weekend because heading back on Sunday. Here we've got the two Mesa inverters, and you can see on the one about 890 watts and the other one 830 watts coming in. So yeah, somewhere upwards of 1.6 kilowatt. There we go, keeps climbing. The sun is coming out now, so yeah, we're just monitoring this. It's about 2 kilowatts coming in, so that's great, very early in the morning. So the batteries have dropped down to about 47, 48 volts, and when they hit about 44, it means that they have depleted to their lowest set depth of discharge to around 40%. Yeah, apparently the inverters here don't really allow for dipping down lower than that. It's been mostly overcast this morning, so it's interesting. I've dropped down the charging rates again to 6 amps. The charging rate again on the car because of a low production, and we also have to make food. It's not exclusively for the car. It has to run the house.
So yeah, unfortunately, due to the continued overcast weather and the batteries getting depleted, we had to turn on this bad boy, a 20 kVA diesel generator. Takes about an hour to charge up the batteries to full again, and now we're charging the car at the same time at up to 16 amp current. Yeah, it's just been completely overcast, as you can see, for most of the morning. But yeah, we had it on backup at least, so yeah, grateful for that. Hopefully we won't have to run it too long, because it's starting to become blue on that side, and yeah, weather prediction shows that it should clear up by this afternoon, and then we can switch off the Jenny again.
Charging at full speed. It's just unfortunate that we are using the generator at the moment for that. Ish. So we switched off the generator after about an hour, and we're now back on just charging on the solar. The sun is coming out more frequently. Still comes and goes, but much better. The batteries are close to full again in the house, and yeah, continue charging now. I've set it to around 12 amps to avoid putting too much strain on the batteries again. But yeah, we do have limited time here, only the weekend, so I have to try and make sure we get enough charge to head back. So hopefully we can get around 80%. That should be enough to get us back to the fast charger in Rustenburg on the way home. Good morning, it's Sunday. It's about 10 minutes past 7 in the morning. African sunrise. The car was able to charge up to 46% last night. Yeah, we had some issues with the solar system, the batteries depleting. So we had to run the generator again quickly in the afternoon just to get the batteries to full to last throughout the night. So we're on 46%, and I have to head home by midday today, so we'll probably not be able to charge the rest of what we need today. We're just waiting for the batteries to fill up before we plug in here, if we do. And then we're gonna head to Gaborone. Luckily that's on the way to the border, on the way back to South Africa. Then I'm gonna quickly stop at Hilton Garden Inn Hotel and charge there on the AC charger. I believe it's a 7 kilowatt or 11 kilowatt one, and we're gonna do some rounds and stuff that need to be done in the town, and maybe get a breakfast at Garden Nursery. Yeah, so a bit of a change in plan, but it's not too terrible. The one thing I've learned with this system is it may be better to have just an extra day, because if we had today to charge before we left, it would have been fine. We would have been around, especially with it being more sunny today, probably been around 80%, and would have been fine heading back. Okay, we're about to head back. My wife and my parents-in-law are going to go with me to Gaborone. Then we're going to charge there at the Hilton Inn Garden Hotel. That's the plan. And then they're going to come back in the other car. So they're coming in the Fortuner to come back to the farm. And then I'm going to leave my wife behind here for a week because she's tired of me. No, she's just on a holiday, school holidays. So she's going to be spending time here with them. Okay, we're on 50% battery. So yeah, more than enough to get to where we need to go. And next time I think we'll just have one extra day here if we want to just charge here. Alright, so good news. We're at the charger at Hilton Inn Garden Hotel, and it seems to be a 7 kilowatt one because I'm getting 18 amps going into the pack. So yeah, really helpful staff here at the hotel directed us to it, and yeah, we just have to pay at reception afterwards. So happy. Now we're gonna drive around and do things while the car charges.
so finished charging here at Hilton Inn Garden Hotel at about 1:15. We went to a garden nursery, quite a nice one, Sanitas, and then to a rooftop venue where we saw the whole of Gaborone, so that was quite nice. I'm going to drive now, battery's on 80%. Next stop is Rustenburg, of course, after the border. Okay. Alright, so it's just 50 kilometers to go until we're at the Rustenburg Waterfall Mall charger, and car shows we can go for another 69 kilometers. I'm guessing we're around 20% or thereabouts battery. Let me just have a quick peek. Just safety first always. Everything being on a touchscreen. 21%. Okay, that's not too bad. But yeah, 68 kilometers estimated, and yeah, now probably 49, 48 kilometers left. So it's going to be a bit tight, but you know, I know the car, and yeah, it's not like a cell phone battery that just plummets at 8% to 1% or something like that. So never a dull moment with an electric car. We got here at 10 minutes to 4. Couldn't charge again. The charger was offline. I'd called Gridcars earlier because I checked the app and I saw that it was offline. Could they please just ask the center management to reset the machine? Apparently the center management said they did a while back, but I don't know if they did it properly because the specific instruction was to drop the breaker down for 2 minutes and then bring it back up again. And yeah, I think they did it again after I pleaded and explained that I would have to take 3 hours to charge at another charging station in Rustenburg at JLR. And yeah, now the charger's up and running again, so that's fantastic. We started charging at about 10 past 5. I'm going to let it charge to about 55 or 60%. That should be enough to get us home, get me home, and not be too late. Anyway, can rather spend time wasting away while the car's charging and not being used at home. And also it's cheaper, but still, Gridcars and Rubicon and Chargerify and all those guys are playing a really important role. Also zero carbon charge in getting the e-mobility thing going and giving people a way to travel long distances. It's just, can everybody please cooperate, please? We've added about 54% battery on 60% now. I'm going to head home. Little pro tip, don't charge to full at a public charging station, especially when you're heading home. Try and save as much for when you're there, and you won't be wasting unnecessary time. So I have to scan this code and then I'll stop the charge. Charged for about 45 minutes. It's roughly 6 o'clock now, just before 6. So we should be home by 7:30 or thereabouts. Okay, heading the road for the final stretch, the last 134 kilometers. And so I've made it, I'm home, you've made it with me. 5% battery after that 140 kilometers or so. I quickly stopped for some takeaways. I gotta confess, it's about 7:30 now. Okay, yeah, what a trip.
And that's that from me, from us at Electric. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, like and subscribe and share with your friends, and yeah, stay tuned for more EV related stuff. All kinds of fun things lined up in the near future. Cheers.